We're not talking about a game, we're talking about practice. Not a game, practice. And yes, Allen Iverson's name has been brought up again. It's been brought up a lot lately, pretty much this whole week. Uh, Mark Cuban hinted that he was interested in Allen Iverson coming to the Dallas Mavericks, but he wanted him to go to the D-League, his D-League team first, to see what he had left. And Mark probably would have said, well, it's either going to be hit or miss. If you're good enough, we'll let you join the team. Not, then, But, and then Iverson obviously said if he wants to come back to the NBA, he's not going to go to the D-League. Now, as far as my opinion on Allen Iverson going to the D-League, I don't agree with it. I think of a player of Allen Iverson's caliber shouldn't be playing in the D-League. I mean, we are talking about Allen Iverson, a former MVP, 11-time All-Star, probably one of the quickest, speediest guys I've ever seen at the point guard position, and that's where he made his career, was of his speed and his quickness, which obviously at 37 probably doesn't have anymore. But I still think that he could be, a pretty decent scorer. But I mean, I guess I understand from a basketball standpoint, you want to see what kind of shape he's in, what's his conditioning, is he, still in shape? I mean, because he hasn't played in the NBA in about 2 years, so we still don't know what kind of shape he's in. I remember, he was about 160, 170. But who knows what kind of shape he's in now. So I mean, I get that part of it, but I mean, as far as Allen Iverson come back to the NBA, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think he will, which brings me to my next point. I was reading a report that came out that Boston Celtics, my Celtics, were interested in Allen Iverson. And this is nothing new. I mean, I think Danny and Doc have always really been interested in Allen Iverson. Going way back when, I think it was around 05, 06, when Iverson trades started really hitting the roof. It was rumored for a while that the Celtics were supposed to trade for him, and then it never happened. But Danny's always had a lot of interest in Allen Iverson, I think through his whole career. Even back when he was in his prime. But obviously that never happened. But I ultimately feel like this guy deserves a chance. A chance to prove himself. I mean, yeah, I get he hasn't played in the NBA in 2 years, but we're talking about Allen Iverson, one of the all-time greats, future Hall of Famer without a question. I've never won that championship, which I'm sure he wants to do. Obviously, with Rajon Rondo being gone for the rest of the season, and the Celtics, obviously still being able to win without him. They won last night against Sacramento, which was a nice game. And you saw all the guards, Paul Pierce, just passing the ball, getting assists, and I feel like now Pierce is going to be the distributor, pretty much playing the point guard role of Rajon Rondo now, and I was reading in the report that. A lot of people think that, just adding another guard, another shooter to the system, because if Allen Iverson plays point, he's not going to want to pass the ball, he's not going to want to run the offense, he's just going to want to try to get his shot, he'll complain about minutes, he'll destroy the chemistry, blah, 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 which I shouldn't say I fully agree with. I agree with most of it. I get how he kind of said that in Detroit. He quit on Memphis. Obviously if the Celtics are going to do this, I think they should not sign him to a 1-year deal, first off. You sign him to like a 10-day contract. You see what kind of condition he's in, what kind of shape he's in, if he can play still at the NBA level. Obviously Allen Iverson, to me, put in on the right team with the right players around him, could still play in this league. Now, obviously, I don't think Detroit was the right team. I don't think Memphis was the right team. I think those are just teams that wanted to take a chance on him. And I think some team in this league, if not the Celtics, will take a chance on this guy again. And maybe not. Maybe Iverson was just saying that because he wants to come back, but he might not. But I think Iverson will come back to the NBA. That's just my opinion. And I think under the Celtics, under Doc Rivers, being surrounded by veterans like Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett, you know, who are still trying to win a championship. I mean, the chances are pretty slim now of obviously doing that. But I think adding Iverson to this team would improve the chances. I mean, depending on what conditions he's in, work him out for a while. Just get him back into shape. And see what he has left. Obviously he's not going to have the same speed, the same quickness he used to. That's going to be pretty clear. 37 years old, no one will. But I still think he'll be able to score. And if he can score for us, that'd be great. He doesn't need to play the point guard. You got fucking Courtney Lee, Jason Terry, and Leandro Barbosa playing the point at different times in the game, and Pierce brings up the ball half the time. So I don't think at this point it really matters who the point guard is of our team, because everyone kind of, facilitates the role of being a point guard. Now, as I've said, I've never thought that Allen Iverson was a point guard. I always thought he was a shooting guard. So, I think if he can learn our system, he can understand that, you can't shot Jack, and you can't complain about minutes, obviously. And who knows how many minutes he would get, but, I think he would get a significant amount of minutes, but I think Iverson ultimately, if he would come here, I feel like don't give him a 1-year deal, give him a 10-day contract, and see where it goes from there. You know what I'm saying? And I think surrounded by great players like Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett, who he probably has a lot of respect for, he would understand that, you're 37 years old, you're not going to be a starter, just come in and score and play the best defense you can, and that's all we need from you. Obviously, I feel like we need another big. Who knows if that's going to happen. But if we get another scorer, I know, we got a shitload of guards right now, but, why not add Allen Iverson? Why not take a chance? Because everyone deserves a second chance. This is Allen Iverson. Of course this guy deserves a chance to play in the NBA again. He changed the game with the way he played. When this guy was in his prime, he was one of the best players, like one of the quickest players, one of the toughest players I've ever seen. And obviously he probably isn't that same guy that he was when he, going back to the Sixer days, but I still firmly believe in this guy that he deserves a second chance. Now, whether or not Boston does it, I don't know. It was just a report that came out that I was reading. But I think, if he were to come to Boston and he was, given a chance, don't give him a 1-year deal, 10-day contract, and see what he's got left, and then go from there. But let me know what you guys think about this. Do you guys think that Allen Iverson coming to Boston would be a good thing or a bad thing? Do you think he would destroy the team, destroy the chemistry, complain? Do you think the Celtics would just, release him and not even bother anymore, if you started complaining? So let me know what you guys think. Leave comments, subscribe, and thanks for watching. I'll talk to you guys soon. Alright, peace.